Hi, welcome to another episode of Jana Eats, delicious gluten and casein-free food for all. Today I'm going to make a quintessential Hawaiian crumble. Now, with that said, and I'm going to use mulberries. Mulberries are plentiful here certain times of the year. So what I do is I buy them by the pound and I freeze them from my mulberry grower, and she lets me know what's up, which is really great. You can do this crumble with any kind of fruit. It can even be frozen berries. Works great with this. So what I'm going to do is I've got a pound of mulberries. And to the mulberries, I'm going to move this out of the way. Oh, by the way, I preheated the oven to 375. And I prepped a Pyrex. What I did is I laid the mulberries down in it and they fit great, so this is going to be a really good size for me. And I sprayed a little avocado oil on it. So we're going to do the mulberries first. And this recipe is sugar-free, except for whatever residual sugar's in the mulberries. So it's a special little dish. So I'm going to take a lemon and use the zest, the zesty zest, and then I'm going to use the juice, and I'm just going to do half for right now. Just a little tiny bit of acid. The next thing I'm going to use is my trusty Lakanto sugar, and we're going to put a cup of this monkfruit sweetener, sugar-free. And amazingly, you can see I found this at Ross. So keep an eye out. TJ Maxx, Ross. I always go to the food section over there, and I was so stoked to find this. So I'm going to put a cup of sugar. So the other thing too that you're going to want to put into any kind of fruit crumble is you're going to want some kind of binding agent, whether that's cornstarch, tapioca flour, and because we're here in Hawaii, I've got access to taro flour, and taro flour acts the same way as those starches, and it just keeps the fruit from being too liquidy. It makes it kind of jammy. It jams it up. It jams it up, people. And I'm going to put a half cup taro flour. And normally I need a strainer if I'm using tapioca, but because this pours beautifully, no need, as we say here in Hawaii. I'll get some kind of spoon, and then I just kind of toss this up. Oh, the other thing I'm going to put in here is a little dash of salt. I always put a tiny bit of salt into my sweets. Just a little dash, right? Just a tiny bit. So this is pretty much ready to go. Let me taste. You know, Hillary thinks I should put a little vanilla in there, and I think she's right. Thanks, Hilly. See? It's a teamwork. It's teamwork. Makes the dream work, people. And I'm open to suggestion, because why? I'm an old woman and my bandwidth ain't what it used to be, and I need help, people. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make that crumble topping. I'm telling you, people, it's like raw oatmeal cookie dough. It don't suck. So I've got 8 ounces of my Miyoko's butter, but it's made with cashews and coconut. So, and I can't say enough good things about this company. It's scrumptious, and no soy. It's melty. It's delicious. The other thing too is I have washed my hands, and I do the crumble with my hands. I just do. What you gonna say about it, right? Let's do a cup. You know what? Let's do, as you can see, I'm quite the freeform baker. I got gluten-free oats. I got the old-fashioned rolled oats. Don't do this with steel cut, it won't work. I mean, it probably would, but it won't be quite the same. Then we're gonna put another cup of the Lakanto. Oops, I might need another bag. And as you can see, I got a lot of Lakanto in the house. Thanks, Hillary. I'm gonna put a half a cup of this Paleo baking flour mix, mostly because I have it. You can also just use almond flour. This Bob's Red Mill, I'm gonna do a half a cup, and this has almond flour, arrowroot starch, coconut flour, and tapioca powder. So this will bind nicely. And again, no salt. Just a titch. Okay, and then I go in and I just smush, and the butter is cold. You don't want it room temperature. It's kind of like a pie crust, right? You want it cold. And you're just gonna mix it together all nice. I think this is going to be quite tasty. And then we're just going to crumble this topping, top of the fruit. In this case, it's mulberries. And then the extra dough, just wrap it up and freeze it for the next time. You could even make a cookie out of this. You could put baking soda or baking powder and a little salt, roll them out. Maybe we'll do that, huh? While we're waiting, let's experiment. Popping this into a 375 oven, 45 minutes. That's how long it's going to take to cook for the bubbly deliciousness this is going to be. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time.